What is going on? Afternoon. Let me move this bag out of my way there. My Hershey Kisses. What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good Monday. I know that is a hard day to have a good day on, especially after the way ours started. But, if you tried, then it was a good day. If you don't try at all, then it was a bad day no matter what happens. So let me get this brought up here. Let me get my chat brought up. For some reason, it always wants to log out when I am ready to go live. So let me get it logged back in. There we go. So, breaking news. There is 2 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Union County. Let me go ahead and bring that up on the screen. That way I don't have to convince anybody, I guess. There we go. So right here, as you can see, I'm going to try to highlight it. There we go. So 2 new cases along with the one that we've already had. 3 positive cases of the coronavirus. And guys, I'm going to tell you probably why this happened. Saturday, I was going to see my mama because she wasn't feeling good on her stomach. She wasn't running a fever, nothing like that. So I found it safe. Hey, everybody. So I went and, to see my mama, see if there was anything she needed. Wanted to check on her, and still kept my social distance away. I didn't even hug my mama, and I always hug her. Didn't hug her this time just in case, but she's feeling better today. She was cutting grass, so wasn't nothing crazy. But on my way to her house, from my house to her house is probably about 5 miles away. And between that distance, I know I seen at least 4 houses. One is right up above ours that was pretty much having house parties, block parties, tremendous amount of people at these houses. And I, listen, I know it's tough. It was beautiful out. It was a nice day, and it's tough to stay inside on a day like that. I get it. But the problem is, I believe at about 8 or 9 o'clock, that the law had to be called out to disperse over 100 people at a party. That is not going to help the situation. That is only going to intensify the restrictions on everybody else, because you were not able to be mature enough to anchor yourselves down for a weekend or 2 to let this hopefully pass on. So out of that 100 people, your chances just went up dramatically of somebody being in your area with the coronavirus. And then it went up dramatically for you catching the coronavirus. So irresponsibility of something like that is ridiculous during this time. I wanted to cook out with my mom and dad. I wanted to cook out with them. I wanted to do all those things. But I mean, you cannot do that. When you're on lockdown, that's what they mean. They're asking us right now instead of telling us. And, maybe I was the only one that got my butt whooped, after I didn't do what was asked of me, because when it's time to tell is when it was time to get that butt whooped. And next time I was asked and I did it. So that disturbed me on a level of how many people are finding it not important to at least do this. Do I think the virus is as serious as the government's making it out to be? No, I don't. Do I believe that the virus can be serious on a case-to-case basis with the right person who catches it, with the right situations as far as their body? Yes, absolutely. People are obviously dying from it. But again, like I say, anybody could die from aspirin. You could take an aspirin and die. It's just all about case-by-case situation. But that does not mean we should increase the opportunities for somebody to get sick and die and have parties like this. It's irresponsible. It's ridiculous. And honestly, everybody that was at these parties, these cookouts, these parties, these massive parties I've seen, every car that was there should not have left that place without at least a $500 ticket at the very minimum, without any kind of discount going to court. No. It's $500 whether you show up to court or not. It's $500. We are on a pandemic lockdown. Everybody else is having to do it and not you. No, that's not the way this works. So I just found that incredibly disturbing. Just simply do what you're asked to do before they have to tell you to do it, and then it's going to be worse. So let me bring it back up real quick. People wanting to see the website here. Let me pull it up here. So here's the website. Man, it's hard to find maps now. Used to, I could just go to plague.com and boom, but plague.com updated their website and it's crap. It's now went to total crap. You can't see your state. You can't do nothing. So I had to kind of dig and find, and right here, as you can see, 3 people, positive in Union County. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not doing this in a fear-mongering way. I'm doing this in a positive way. Don't forget, it was DHEC who predicted at least 9 to 10 cases in Union County by the end of the weekend. Now, they didn't never really quite say, when. So they could be like, well, we were talking about this weekend coming up here, which they could be on track for that. But as the way I look at it, we're doing fine. I love it when I said that about that, because back then it was not spreading. And if you go and look at that beach, I believe they said 3 people at that time. So I did. I thought I loved it because I thought it was being blown out of proportion. But then you go and start thinking, okay, well, it may not affect me. It may not affect that person, but it could affect that person. So in retrospect, maybe my comment wasn't the most proper way, but I do like the fact that sometimes, when something is being blown up by the government, but then when you start to see, okay, well, maybe not. Because you tell me how many times that the government's blown something up. So I agree with what you're saying. I agree with that. But do I still think it's a pandemic? No, it's not a pandemic, because now guess what? FDA has, we have a cure. It's called the chloroquine. Trump announced it 2 weeks ago, but then the FDA was like, oh no, we didn't approve that. Then the $2.2 trillion stimulus comes out, and now, we have a cure. FDA. And then I talked to some people who work in the pharmacies and places like that. And they were like, we used to be able to get access to that medication. It's a very old medication, very common. We have generics. Now it's gone. You can't even touch it. You can't find it. They've discontinued it basically. So basically what the FDA has done is pulled this medicine so that way they can say, well, we need money to be able to produce this very rare medicine when it's been around for 50 years or longer. Follow the money. I mean, that's why I have that right here. I think this is it. It's the same thing. Listen to the money talk, because that's all it's about. FDA, DHEC, all this, they're going to make their money. They're going to make their money. Let's see. Yeah, 2 more cases, no deaths. There's been no deaths in Union County. So that's why it says 0 deaths. But hopefully there will not be any deaths. You've got, like I say again, you've got less than 1% chance of catching it. But that doesn't mean you can't increase your chances when you do things like that. Then once you do catch it, you got less than a 2 or 1% chance of dying from it. I think it's something along them lines. It's a very small percentage number. It could be, I know it's less than 5. I know that. I have not checked the current numbers, but we're well under what they predicted as an epidemic. They were talking about like 2 million people were going to die from this thing. Not even close. I believe they overreacted, didn't know nothing. They didn't know enough about the virus to make such predictions, just like Trump right now. The only thing I think Trump's really doing wrong is he keeps putting dates on when he wants the government to wants America to get back on track. He don't need to do that. He needs to stay, just say, this is where we are right now. We'll keep playing it by ear. He's got to quit setting dates because now he's already went back from Easter to the end of April. So you gotta play this by ear. This is not a budget situation in a business meeting. This is just something that you gotta see how serious people are taking it. And like somebody was talking about, I said at the beach, I seen a bunch of people out there, when I said I loved it, a lot of those people were out there social distancing. Like, our beaches right now in South Carolina, they're still open. People out there social distancing. Hey, you're doing exactly what you're told. You're just on the beach. But when you see the spring breakers getting on each other's shoulders and everybody's doing all that, then yeah, you're not doing what you should. But if you're just a family going out there, you're keeping your distance from everybody, what's the difference between that and having a neighbor that lives less than 30 feet from you? I mean, come on. So there's a major difference there. But then when you have a party at somebody's house, more than likely, unless they're rich and have tons of property space, you're going to be confined together. I mean, like confined. But the other problem with this party was that the cops had to be called out. The cops are not wanting to go out on many calls right now, and they're short-staffed because of this virus, and we're giving them such a silly reason to have to come out. Such a silly reason. So let me go. And so real quick, we'll go back to, the sheriff situation. I was obviously upset this morning. A lot of people's been trying to call me. If you've tried to call me, it's tough to get a hold of me between 9 and 5. So if I don't answer, you got to leave me a good voicemail. You don't have to leave a name. Just leave me a really good voicemail letting me know what you want. That way I can try to get you back if it's important. If not, there's been a lot of times where I'm on the phone with somebody that sometimes I can't get off in time. I got customers and I can't talk to them properly or pay them attention. So if you've got to call me during business hours, just leave me a good voicemail and I'll call you back. I promise. But to reiterate again, David Taylor has, it's just sucky to say it. He is going to run for sheriff again. I've talked to a few people, pretty experienced people, run for elections before. Here's the thing, guys. We got 6 people running for election. 6. I think that's the most probably ever. Now I could be wrong on that, but I can't imagine we've had many elections where we've had 6 candidates for sheriff, because first off, finding people who want to do it, then finding people with the qualifications. So 6 people is running for sheriff right now. So you think about it. We have 28,000 people. And I believe 14,000-ish, maybe less, I think is possible for voters, registered voters, or that can be registered voters. And I think maybe 10,000 actually vote. So guys, you think about it. You divide that 6 by 6 people, you're talking less than 2,000 votes. Somebody, all they need to do is get possibly 2,000 votes and they could win the election. 2,000 votes. That's not a lot. It sounds like it. That's not a lot at all. So this thing is really opened up there. I'm ready for the debate. David Taylor is more than welcome. Craig, Hines, Sherfield, all of them are welcome to the debate. The debate cannot be a true, fair, and unbiased debate without allowing everyone there. He is more than welcome to be there, but as far as coming on this show, I don't see that being beneficial for him, because I just don't see it being good for him. He has a zero tolerance for the KC show. Let's keep it that way. It's probably for everybody's best interest at this point. I will go ahead and say right off the bat that Kyle did not kill himself. Kyle did not do drugs. Kyle does not drink. So there's no chance for DUI. There's no chance for drugs because I've never done a drug. I can't even swallow a pill, guy. I'm that big of a baby, okay? I can't swallow a pill. My medical records will show that forever and ever. Because I've had a bunch of people call and say, Kyle, you better watch out for yourself. You better watch out with this guy. I don't care about him because he literally has nothing he could get on me. I love myself too much to harm myself, as egotistic as that just sounds. Have no problems with Patty. I love Patty, so there's nothing going to happen there. And we have cameras in the house, so good luck there. She doesn't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. She doesn't drink. So your limitations on anything that you're going to be able to try to do to me, which is absurd to even talk about this, but to know how arrogant this man can be, it's worth mentioning. So I just figured I'd throw it out there. Because, we've actually talked about that with him before. Me and Mike both brought it up on the show. What do you think about people when they say you better be careful with this guy? So just say, yes, they can definitely do that as well. I record everything that happens on my computer, all websites, everything, and I keep it on a backup cloud drive just for the simple fact of covering my ass because I know how to do it. We're right next to a city fire department. They see everything that goes in, out all day long, nothing but mail, in and out. So anyways, enough with that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be having, a feature that's going to be on the stream soon to where I'm actually going to be able to take live polls during the show. I am very excited for that because hopefully I'll have that running when it's time for the debate, and people can kind of vote as the debate's going on okay, who's getting your attention, who ain't. So I thought that was really, really, really good. I'll tell you, Sandy, and another thing, I'm terrified of weapons, guns. My daddy, I went and hunted with my dad when I was a kid, my uncle when I was a kid. I never got a fascination with guns, kind of nervous around them. Don't really like having them in my hands, so to speak. Now, if somebody comes into my house, that'll be the first time and the only time I probably feel comfortable with a gun in my hand to protect our home. But other than that, I don't care for guns. It's just something you have them for protection and that's it. So just crossing off the boxes just in case. But my thing is that I believe Taylor knows that he can't win. So now my question to that is, what is the end game? What are you doing? You're not going to win. You're on it's not national. It's you're on a regional area here of everybody knows you. Everybody knows what's happened. Stories come out on Fox, Channel 4, all the local media outlets, all these places. Everybody knows what's in the SLED report. Why would you run? What is your purpose to run? So that's what I'm trying to get people's minds to open up to. And a lot of people come up to me, Kyle, you'd be amazed how many people probably, that I've heard say that if Taylor was to run again, they'd vote for him. Let me tell you this. And somebody brought it to my attention earlier, and what a great point. Because I kept saying, this is so embarrassing for Union. And this person said, what's really embarrassing is what if he wins? Wow. I didn't even think about it because I can't even picture it in my mind whatsoever for him to possibly have a chance at winning. Again, David don't need to take this personally. If it was anybody else sitting in that spot and done what he done, I'd feel the same way. It's nothing personal against him. I just feel like he's did his service. I said that. I thought I was very cordial about it. I'm like, man, you've done your service. You've been a DARE officer. You've done a lot of things. You've done a lot of good things. Your reputation is already a little hurt. Don't 100% kill and ruin it. Just go on, live your life. But see, it makes me now wonder, what is he so desperate to ruin his name for and put his family back through this stuff? What is he afraid of? Maybe he's not afraid of anything. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's not afraid, and that's the issue. So let me know what you guys think about that. Oh, really? Underwood said he was running a chat. Wow. Holy crap. Yes, and Elaine, like Walmart. I mean, Walmart's just the same, craziness. But we're gonna have more. We're supposed to be at the Dario tomorrow, but I think I might do a little loop change here. I might possibly look at another restaurant for tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We're trying to figure this out because Jerry was on vacation last week, so it was much easier. When you have Jerry with you, it's a lot easier to get some things done because Jerry has some better equipment to do things than I can't do. So I'm gonna have to do a little maneuvering here to maybe try to see what I can find out to make sure that we're still going to be on. Could very well possibly have to pre-record the show and then upload it as live. Don't know yet. Hopefully I don't have to do it. I love being live. I believe that too. I believe he's running to deter votes from other candidates. I do believe that 1,000%. Because like I say, you just took it and divided these small amount of votes in one more portion. I mean, kid gracious, 6 people are running for sheriff. Not good. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians here. So guys, let me know what you think about that. I'm going to go find out what we're eating tonight. Don't forget, support your local restaurants now more than ever. Cause like I say, it's getting rougher every day. It seems like, as cases go up, the better chance we have at this possible stay-at-home order. I'm hoping that we'll be able to bypass this. But if we keep having parties, then they're going to force it. So don't do it. It sucks. Listen, I'm glad people want to get together and enjoy because it's kind of like a reverse thing. You ever been told, you were doing something voluntarily, but then all of a sudden it became something that you had to do and then you didn't want to do it at that point? That's what it is now. People used to just be on Facebook and didn't want to go out and go nowhere. Now that you're being told you can't go out and do anything, it's doing a reverse effect. It's reverse psychology. People are now wanting to go out because they're being told not to, and it just has that effect. Just take that sacrifice. Just for a couple of weekends, take the sacrifice, stay home. I cooked out. It was just me, Patty, and the boys. I would have loved to have maybe had Mike and like I say, Mama, Daddy, whoever wanted to come down, but that just wouldn't have been the responsible thing to do. But guys, y'all take care of yourselves. You be careful. Again, do not forget about your local service people, your EMS, sheriffs, fire departments, all of them, city police, all those. They are still on low supply of more so of hand sanitizer and Lysol spray. I might have about that much left there. I've had this for a while. It might be about that full. It's not much left. But that stuff right there, man, is like liquid gold right now. So if you find it, let your local EMS, you ain't got to buy it for them, but let somebody know, hey, I seen some here. If y'all need to go get some, because they really do need it. And don't hoard it, please. God, who needs 2,500 cans of this? Seriously. I mean, look, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need that much. So share like. Guys, I love you. We'll keep up to date with this with Sheriff Taylor. Maybe I'll calm down to the point that if he wants to come on the show, I'll be more than happy to come on, have him come on the show. But he would have to answer some hard, difficult questions that I don't feel like he would. Why would he? It's like God, I don't want to use that. It's like putting the accused up on the stand. A lot of times you don't do that unless it's desperation. And reason being, sometimes you can hurt yourself sitting on the stand. So why are you going to volunteer yourself for answering no questions? But I would be more than happy if he's willing to answer those hard questions. I am open to having him on the show, but until then, it's not happening. One person did want me to mention that, let's be mindful of David Taylor. Do not hold other department heads with the plague that is David Taylor's administration, like Frank Hart and, the city and all them. That's true. We can't hold Frank Hart responsible for things that David Taylor has done. So let's make sure we do keep that in mind. Because I warned, at the beginning, was really ticked off because they, you're so used to hearing about these stories where everybody's just in cahoots. The money was being stolen, but it had 4 or 5 different department heads involved. You just get tired of hearing that. So we'll keep an open mind and say, as of right now, it's all just David Taylor's administration. Nobody else is involved. And hopefully soon we'll have Jeff Bailey on and Mr. Craig. If somebody can get in touch with him, like I said, I don't know this gentleman too well. If somebody knows him, he's more than welcome to come on the show. Just have him contact me. We'll do what we can and go from there. But everybody, I hope y'all have a good afternoon, and don't panic over the coronavirus. Like I say, we know it's here. It is what it is. Right now, we're way under what DHEC had proposed for Union County. So we're doing good, but let's keep doing what we're doing to keep it that way. But everybody have a good afternoon. We love y'all, and hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow, either at Dario or another restaurant. We're still battling that idea. So guys, we'll let you know for sure. Y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one. What's up, guys? This is Kyle from the KC. We appreciate all the support that y'all have been giving us. We're live every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. But now we're also at YouTube at the KC Show. Please go like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way you never miss a live ever.